If these live oaks could talk, what a tale they'd tell about the child who played under their branches. The boy who, like the youngsters of today, delighted in the natural beauty of this coastal town and discovered a love of the outdoors that would infuse nearly all of the work of this literary legend, Robert Ruark. Today, fans of the prolific writer can walk in his footsteps or even sleep in his old room at the Robert Ruark Inn. Ruark spent countless days at this house owned by his grandfather, Captain Edward Adkins, often setting out on adventures which were chronicled in one of his most famous works, The Old Man and the Boy.
His grandfather was a hunter. That's all they did was hunt and fish. They talked about sometimes in the book in the winter they'd have to be in with the women folk. They wasn't happy about that. They were ready for days like today so they could go hunting and fishing.
When you walk in this house, it's like being transported back 100 years in time. I mean, all the furnishings are so period and authentic, and the history of Robert Ruark and his family, it permeates the house, and it's just really takes you away from reality.
Guests who want the full Robert Ruark experience can stay in the room that bears his name. His hunting trips became a bit more exotic later in life, and his love of Africa and its safaris is a central theme, as it was in his work.
I definitely think that he could find many places to sit and write now in this house.
Charlotte's room is named after Ruark's mother and has a decidedly feminine feel. The stained glass window is a focal point of the room and is courtesy of a walk-up attic that the owner partially opened up. But the Captain Adkins room is the most grand, a reflection of his position as head of the household. A king-sized bed with luxury linens, a gleaming bathroom with every amenity you would need, even a clawfoot tub. But wait, there's more.
The Captain Adkins room is my all-time favorite because you've got this little porch where you can sit outside, by the magnolia tree and just see everybody walking by.
The inn has a tradition of giving guests plenty of fuel for whatever adventure they are planning for the day. Breakfast is served in high fashion in a light-filled dining room, and guests can choose not only when they want to eat, but what they want to eat. Have a hankering for blueberry pancakes loaded with fruit? You got it. Just one cereal? Fine too, but it'll be served with flair.
I had sort of the signature dish, which is the shrimp and grits, which is just out of this world. I mean, just rich and creamy and delightful.
The inn is just a short walk away from all that Southport has to offer. But if you'd like a more interesting mode of transportation, you can always go by horse-drawn carriage. They'll pick you up right in front.
The ride is a treat in itself and will wind you through the charming historic neighborhoods of Southport. But you'll also want to check out some things on foot.
When you're here, you can just park your car. You don't ever need to get in your car the entire weekend. Walk down to the water, several wonderful waterfront restaurants where you can watch the sunset and have a glass of wine and dinner, and then maybe do an evening stroll and walk back to the inn and jump in your comfy bed.
A day that even adventurer Robert Ruark would recommend. In Southport, Karen Reed for North Carolina Weekend.